Cancer Rising, here is a look at your astrology for February of 2024. The topics this month we're going to be discussing are the lunations, the moon, the sun, personal planets being Mars, Venus, and Mercury, the transits they're making, and the houses that are affecting you. The moon is your ruling planet, Cancer Rising. So when we have a new moon occurring on February 9 in your 8th house of Aquarius, this is important. It's going to be particularly significant for you on an emotional landscape. So you're really beginning to start something that feels like you're connecting with other people or a significant partnership that is going to grow in time regarding assets, education, finances, resources. And this is where you could be signing on the dotted line with a lucrative agreement or contract that is going to grow and expand in time. But you're ready here to actually do it, begin something new that is beneficial in the future. Could also be a significant relationship or partnership that you're associated with, having a very auspicious new beginning regarding those 8th house topics. On February 24, there is a full moon in Virgo, and this is occurring in your 3rd house. Now, the 3rd house has a lot of topical significations, meaning there's a lot of different aspects of life in this house. I'm going to stick with education, your immediate environment, cousins and siblings, and communications regarding the mind and finances. So a full moon in Virgo just in itself is all about purifying, clearing details, and feeling like you're in line with things that feel lovely and organic. So when we have a full moon here in that 3rd house, this is where you might be ending a significant course that you've been embarked on, or an educational program has come full circle and you're graduating, or you're moving on from a particular interaction regarding education, something that you might be ready to move away from and break away from because something doesn't feel that it's in flow anymore. It feels that it needs more detail and you're not getting enough information, that sort of nature. There also could be a significant occurrence happening with a sibling or a cousin at this time that is they're declaring something to you or announcing something to you, but it's an emotional full moon because the full moon is all about a heightened culmination point. So something is overflowing here. You could be getting some fantastic accolades regarding an educational program, something in your immediate environment that you grind in daily is being recognized here, or you're moving away from a particular environment. And again, finances is highlighted here because it's that 3rd house, which is ruled by Mercury. Now, the luminary, the sun, has been transiting in Aquarius, your 8th house, Cancer rising, and continues to do so as we open up the month of February of 2024. So the sun is where we have a lot of clarity, energy, and illumination. And for you, that 8th house is lit up. So a lot of interaction or clarity regarding how you are connected with other people's resources, finances, assets. Also a significant partnership could be going through those transitions in regards to contracts and financial interactions with other people as well. On the 18th of February, that sun is going to be ingressing into Pisces for the next 4 weeks, and this is your 9th house. So your 9th house is now getting a lot of attention, a lot of illumination and clarity and energy put into. Saturn and Neptune are currently transiting in the sign of Pisces as well. So that's significant to take a look at for you, Cancer rising. Now, the sun in the 9th, now in traditional astrology, the sun has its joy in the 9th house. So this feels organic. This feels uplifting and inspiring and really quite proud of what we're doing. So you are very aware, possibly Cancer rising, that there's a philosophical change going on for you. Are you connecting with a teacher or a guru, embarking on higher education or educational project that is going to feel in line with you regarding your philosophies and beliefs on life? This is also a house that's associated with international travel, foreign correspondence, and negotiations with other people, also legalities. And this house is, like I said, the sun's joy. So there's a lot of fun to be had. You're enjoying the connections regarding different cultures. Is there something about a place overseas that really ticks your boxes and you're like, yes, this is what I want to, steer towards. This is what I'm interested in. I'd like to go there, or at least you're thinking about it. And it brings you a sense of happiness and feeling connected. And it's really quite in line with your vibration and frequency. And again, that's Saturn and Neptune transiting here. Saturn, the planet of wisdom, patience, and Neptune associated with creativity and dreams and inspiration. Things are really heightened here. If you are seeking out a particular teacher or a particular culture or philosophy right now, I wouldn't be surprised that you connect with someone that really inspires you. Mercury, our personal planet associated with adaptability, change, mental clarity, and information, is going through some very swift changes and ingresses this month. Now, Mercury has been transiting in Capricorn, your seventh house of partnership, collaborations, agreements, contracts, and relationships. And he's about to wrap up this transit coming into the month of February. So you're on call here, Cancer rising, to look at the finer details in regards to contracts and partnerships. Have the important conversations before you anchor into something long term that is beneficial to you and not detrimental to you. On the 5th of February, Mercury is ingressing into Aquarius, and for you, Cancer rising, this is your 8th house. On the same day, Mercury is conjuncting Pluto, which is just currently ingressed into your 8th house for a 20 plus years stay. Mercury in the 8th is negotiating, looking at contracts, going down those rabbit holes of details in regards to other people's assets, investments, inheritances, taxes, what is resourceful to you in regards and connecting with other people. Could be a significant partner to going through some profound changes or negotiations regarding those 8th house topics. Now, when Mercury transits through here, Cancer rising, you're on call to, step up in regards to looking at the long term and really negotiating and thinking about what it is that gives you a sense of stability, what you need to cut away from, or what do you need to commit to in regards to a long-term investment. This is what's highlighted here when Mercury is transiting in Aquarius. Now, Mercury is moving really quickly this month, so there's going to be a lot of change in where your thoughts are directed to. So just be really kind with yourself. There could be a lot of disorientation when it comes to feeling certain and feel like you've got a lot of dexterity behind you. On the 10th of February, Mercury is squaring Jupiter in Taurus, your 11th house. A Mercury-Jupiter square, in contrast, is Jupiter, big ideas, Mercury, I want the details about them. So when we have this square aspect on the 10th, so your 11th house, which is connected with your friendships, helpful alliances, groups and societies that you're connected to, your dreams and goals and aspirations for the future, squaring that 8th house of other people's resources, finances. This is where you could have a bit of contention where it may be difficult to get something off the ground, but getting that leg up with a financial obligation or commitment from another person that's going to impact your 8th house or your future finances. There could be a difference in opinions between you and other people when we have this square. It's a passing transit, so don't sit too much in thinking, oh, this is gonna be dreadful. It could be the cosmos giving you a green pass to go down, the rabbit hole of finer details to see if something's working between you and other people, or ideas just aren't going to pan out, or a commitment isn't going to happen, and that may change things up for you. On the 16th, we see Mercury squaring Uranus in Taurus, your 11th house. So a Mercury-Uranus square is all about change that is difficult, or information coming to light from outside of you that's going to be affecting your significant partner or a significant financial aspect of your life. On the 23rd, as you can see, Mercury is now ingressing into Pisces in your 9th house. So Mercury is flown through Aquarius this month, Cancer rising. So when we get to the 23rd, with that ingress into Pisces, your 9th house, you have a changing of mind, what you're talking and communicating about and thinking about. So those 9th house topics is all about international and foreign correspondence, travel, culture, our philosophical and spiritual beliefs, teaching, higher education, legalities. Unfortunately, Mercury is in detriment in Pisces. So Mercury is off with being creative and doing watercolors and writing sonnets and singing operettas and checking out with a good bottle of wine. And it might be difficult to feel like you're certain, or you're going in the right direction when it comes to committing to a higher education, or you're getting involved with a spiritual belief or a culture that seems like it's almost cultish like, and you may not be aware of it because it just seems fun and loose. So just a heads up there. So it's great for creativity, Mercury in Pisces. I mean, really, it's about looking at things from an artistic lens. But unfortunately, there's not a lot of carry through. So, forewarned is forearmed when Mercury goes into detriment in your 9th house. If you are looking at collaborating and committing to anything academic or overseas travel, check the details basically before you sign anything, pay for anything, is all I can say with this transit coming up. On the 28th, Mercury is conjuncting Saturn in Pisces. So Saturn in Pisces here is a little bit more helpful in as much as looking at things with wisdom and experience. And Mercury conjuncting that Saturn is almost the moment of stop before you sign anything, stop before you exchange anything. Have a think about if this is going to be beneficial for you in the long run, whatever you are connecting with outside of you in a bigger picture space. Now onto our personal planet Venus. Who doesn't like discussing Venus? She's all about our self-worth and self-value, our own values. She's all about connection, things that feel organic to us, we're inspired by. We love to love with Venus. Well, Venus has been transiting Cancer rising in Capricorn, your 7th house. So a lot of financials might have been renegotiated or changed up between you and other people, or a significant relationship. There also could have been some really nice intimate moments with you and other people when Venus has been transiting through your 7th house, which is absolutely beautiful for things feeling in flow and organic between you and a significant other. On the 7th of February, Venus is going to be trining Uranus in Taurus, and this is your 11th house. So friendships lit up here. People that you interact with in groups, societies. This house is also associated with dreams and goals for the future and helpful allies. So when we've got this trine aspect from the 7th to the 11th, this looks auspicious for significant big power players being really helpful for you in regards to a collaboration, an agreement, or even a friendship turning into a romantic partnership. On the 13th, we see Venus sextiling Neptune in Pisces, and this is occurring in your 9th house. So Venus Neptune looks delicious for creative flow, feeling like you're connected with something larger than yourself, your consciousness expanding, a relationship that is significant to you. You might be thinking of embarking on a trip with friends or a partner, going on a foreign trek, doing something in a different culture, even doing something as simple as a cooking class or a dancing class. But a sextile aspect looks really nice for just a flowing day with you and your philosophical ideas and beliefs about the future. On the 16th, Venus is going to ingress into Aquarius following that Mercury, your 8th house, and conjuncting Pluto. A new synodic cycle resetting between planet Venus and Pluto, and Venus in Aquarius in your 8th looks really nice for a return of investments now coming through. If you've been waiting on a tax return or a decision, an investment, a inheritance, or finances even coming back to your partner, this is where it might actually come to pass when Venus ingresses into the 8th. Looks fantastic for lucrative contracts and agreements between you and other people. If you want to take on a mortgage, you'd like to take out a loan, this is a great transit for that. On the 22nd, Venus conjuncts Mars in Aquarius, your 8th house. Excuse me. So Venus and Mars conjuncting in the 8th looks great for breakthroughs, determination in removing debt or things that you've been tied up with other people now coming to a completion. It looks favorable, look a great time to do that, or an opportune time to invest. And if there has been something that's been anchoring or a partnership or something of contention with you and other people regarding those 8th house topics, you might be aware that you are going to remove yourself or sever yourself from that connection. On the 24th, we see Venus squaring Jupiter in Taurus, the 11th house. Now, for me as an astrologer, a Venus-Jupiter square looks really easy. It doesn't sound or feel like a square to me. I think this is going to be a day where your friends or allies or groups that you're involved with are pulling you away from your pulling you away from the 11th, from the 8th house of I'm committed to a partner, or I've got to, I'm dealing with, big financial exchanges now. Is there too much fun to be had in either house, or is there something coming up here where someone that you thought was going to be quite beneficial to you for the future regarding your assets or investments in the 8th house may be a day of contention? So forewarned is forearmed. Now on to personal planet Mars. Now Mars is all about rambunctiousness, naivety, living for the day, carpe diem, passion, drive, initiation, conflict, severing, arguments. But sometimes we need Mars to clear a path. And how we do that is we sever. We have a conflict to move us in a different trajectory. So Mars is almost a double-edged sword. Well, Mars has been transiting in Capricorn, your 7th house, Cancer rising. If you have had abrupt changes or conflicts with others, I wouldn't be surprised. You could possibly be having some very passionate, intimate moments with you and a significant relationship. There could be a lot of, you know, contention or some trouble with negotiations with partners or collaborations with other people or agreements. I wouldn't be surprised if that is something that has been going on, Cancer rising. And on the 7th of February, Mars in Capricorn, your 7th, is going to sextile Neptune in Pisces, and this is your 9th house. So when Mars is sextiling Neptune, it looks as if this is a nice day to take positive action in creating a serene environment for you and other people. Take a philosophical trip, talk about a different culture, or looking at higher education in a new way. Is there a contract or agreement that you're ready to now move towards and act on regarding a creative pursuit that you've been thinking about for some time? This day looks great for harmony between you and other people. On the 13th, Mars is going to ingress into Aquarius, your 8th house, conjuncting that Pluto. So Mars now coming with that conjunction party to Pluto, setting off a new cycle in your 8th house. Now, Mars in the 8th house is going to see you being really fired up and inspired to change things profoundly regarding those 8th house topics of a relationship, investments, inheritances, taxes, resources, and finances that are beneficial to you or how you're connected to them. So this can see you really passionately moving forward quite confidently in a new loan or financial agreement with someone, or moving away from something that has been connected to you too long. On the 27th, we see Mars squaring Jupiter in Taurus, that 11th house. So Mars squared Jupiter, it's almost as if Jupiter is basically checking Mars here and saying, before you expand and really, connect with other people in a very confident way, look at how the commitments on a financial nature are possibly going to prevent you expanding in the 11th house. So this is a day where you have a moment to take your time in regards to making long-term commitments regarding other people and how they're tied up with your personal resources regarding long-term assets. Cosmic Girl 101 signing off. I hope you have a blessed February 2024, Cancer rising, and I will see you in the month of March.